now we get an experience bonus whenever we create personas of the Fool category. We'll get a bit more into this in a little bit, but for now, the Dark Hour. Actually, I think it's next night we do things with the Dark Hour, but...
Hi, how are you?
Hey, creepy little kid in my room.
We've met before. Soon,
That doesn't
the
answer
end
my
will
question.
come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
The end?
The end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know what it is. Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up.
Use the gun! I really should shoot little creepy kid who's in my room, but...
Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment.
But he does have a contract on me and I don't remember reading it all.
I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
So this creepy little kid and everybody else in this facility, mind you, are watching me at all times. Yep, that's going to be fun. Injury? Yes, Akiko is injured and he won't be back for a couple of months, I don't think. Until he becomes a playable assistant character, I suppose.
Thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone. I'll save the details for later. See you there.
She is very
She's
definitely
probably
direct.
busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
Just a little bit.
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
Just in charge. And thus we head back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
We were waiting for you. There's someone I want to introduce.
Huh?
Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
And thus Junpei joins the team.
What's up?
Junpei? Why are you here?
Because he can perceive the Dark Hour as
This
well.
is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins.
At least he's honest about it, in all honesty.
I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that?
Let's be smug.
Big deal. It happens to everyone else. But man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right?
How are we doing,
Haven't
Marichin? You
joined?
still kind of here, or have you given up? Actually, let's check the viewer list. No, apparently he's still here.
Huh? Yeah.
We've not quite killed him with JRPG-ness at this point.
Well, enough with the introductions.
Yeah, go for it, sir.
I think we're about ready.
Okay, everybody's here. I'd like your
He
undivided
kind of has the same
attention.
character, in all honesty. Or a very similar one, anyway.
For a long
So now,
time,
the point of the
Mitsuko
game.
and Akihiko were the only persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to
no worries,
commence
sir.
the exploration of Tartarus.
Tartarus? What's that?
Yeah, no, I was just checking in
Sounds
on
like
you. I thought we
toothpaste.
killed you with JRPG-ness at this point.
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
And we're going straight in, because this is a good idea.
A nest, huh?
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Relax, I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
But he is able to function during the dark hour, which is interesting. And thus we arrive at the school.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
And at midnight. Persona! Hello, Rochambeau, and yes, we're playing P3P. And we just got to the reveal of Tartarus.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
It's the nest of evil shadows.
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it?
Yep, we've got additionally one person who's actually mentioned to defeat a shadow, one person who less than a day ago, in fact 1 day ago, yeah, didn't really operate in the dark hour at all, and one person who so far in combat has basically tried to summon a persona, thrown a gun away, and been burned. I'm brimming with confidence about this mission.
There has to be some sort of clue in here about the dark hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
Oh yeah, not to mention we're supported by a guy who's ran away from shadows, brought them to us, and between Mitsuru and Akihiko, they weren't able to really deal with it. Anyway, we decided to enter the tower, which is such a great idea.
Whoa, it's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First, we'll have you three get a feel for this place.
And if you die, well, we're back to the start, but, you know, these things
Why don't
happen.
you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far, and I'll be feeding you information from here.
We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
For real?
Let's pick Junpei. He's clearly the best for this, qualified for this.
Oh, me, pick me.
There's 2 votes to... That's 2 votes for Junpei, then.
You're in charge.
Hooray!
Wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
But he has fought them
I'm
before.
wearing a white shirt. That's got to count for something. I mean, I clearly outrank the 2 of you. We got an infrared and a red clearance citizen here. I outrank you by massive degrees.
Seriously?
I lead.
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Alright, let's head.
I'm ready. Let's get in. But we notice a strange door, which nobody else can see.
I've been waiting for you.
Hey, Igor.
The time has come for you to wield your power. The
power that you are about to venture into? How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions.
I could, but that would spoil a few things.
That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power.
Not the door.
It leads here, although no one but you can see it.
Because we have the key.
Your power is unique. It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. My spare time will soon be scarce. But please, come again of your own accord.
I have the power of protagonist.
I'll tell you, until then...
More than that,
farewell.
lead protagonist. Lead protagonist powers. Nothing can stop that except plot. And honestly, yeah, there's a lot of plot
Are
coming
you
up.
alright?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
Open this door and
What door?
Man, are you loco?
this is how we inspire loyalty in the
Dude, you're
troops.
supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game.
Come on, let's go.
The leader's crazy. Let's follow him anyway. Now we can access the persona menu. Currently we only have one persona, Orpheus, level 2. The way leveling works in this game is that the other characters have a slight bonus to experience in a way. Our level only determines the maximum level of persona that we can make, as well as, I think, hit points and spell points. However, our personas actually level up slower than everybody else's, and that's sort of the cost of being able to have multiples. It'll be a bit more, we'll get a little more into it when it becomes more relevant. But, yes, hi, Dyphon. No, Twitch doesn't seem to email anybody. Okay. This is a save point, but we don't need that at the moment. And this is some equipment, which we're not allowed to touch. So let's get on with this. We are ready. Good luck. Tartarus Block 1.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa. Is that you, Senpai?
It's not Yukari. The female basically has slightly different social link connections, but yes.
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Essentially the same characters, whether I'm a male or a female protagonist.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
They have cameras everywhere!
It's my persona's ability.
Story is pretty much the same. There's a few minor differences in the social links, but it's pretty much the same.
I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute.
Hooray!
They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution.
And don't stay in one place too long or you will summon death.
Practice makes perfect.
Summoning death is fun.
Right.
Dwarf Fortress fun.
Got it.
She's always like that because... Okay. So now we can explore the map. We get a Snuff Soul, which I believe is mana repair. I'm just gonna... Whoops. Sorry, I have my buttons configured slightly wrongly here, which is fine. Just gotta remember which way around it goes. And yes, we can try and summon death. Darn it, missed it. I don't get the timing of that better, but
Tactical
we'll
has
see.
informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our Aggie skill. So we now have fire.
Attack again!
Here's our chance. Let's get him.
And if you hit an enemy with weakness, he basically falls prone. If all enemies are prone, we get the ability to do an all-out attack like this.
Get back here, you son of a...
And first enemy is defeated rather easily. Okay. There's stairs, but we're not going to go any higher. What we want to do here is try and attack this one. So we're going to try... and stab it in the back. So now we have advantage. And yes...
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties. Do you want to know more?
We've already kind of done that, but that's alright.
The enemies you're facing have...
And yes, in order to summon a persona, you must shoot yourself in the head with an evoker.
Attack again!
Awesome!
Whenever you hit an enemy with weakness, they fall prone, and you get another attack. This can continue on for as long as you keep hitting enemy weaknesses.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
Let's get him!
And now they're all down. We kill them. These enemies are quite weak. Later on, we'll have different types to worry about. And we'll also have the thing which hasn't actually started yet. I think that's a little later. Snuff Soul, and continuing on this way. Ah, we spotted, but it's okay.
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weak? If you didn't, would you like more detail?
No, but these are the same enemies again, so it's fire attack all the way. Goodness is, we have a lot of SP. We never have enough SP. Yeah, currently we have fire attacks, Junpei has fire attacks, and I think Yukari has wind attacks offhand. But for the moment, we don't even need the others in... We don't need the others at all.
Get back here, you son of a...
The other thing... Persona! Oh, there we go, shuffle time. It does start. So we have mysterious cards. These happen in most battles where we win. I think there's a rule on how these come up, actually. But either way, we can now pick one of these 3 cards as a bonus. The green 1 cards give us bonus experience. The blue ones give us partial healing. And the gold cards are all personas that we can pick up. We want the extra personas at this point in the game. So let's start. I think these games are slightly harder than they are in the in Persona 4. And I always leveled up. As is Hermes, which is Junpei's one. And yes, the protagonist has the ability to change, but for the moment, Orpheus is fire-based. This does matter because different personas have different weaknesses, and I have the ability to change mine. And Takuma does have healing powers. Yeah, coin cards add money, but if there's a weapon card, you always want the weapon over the money because the weapons always give you more money when you sell them. So, God darn it! I've got to get better at that.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies. You can perform an all-out attack.
I've already kind of done all this.
Then, that shadows. There may be time. This battle.
Right. We have tons of mana points. We're just gonna keep going.
You struck the enemy's weak point. You exploited the
there is a
enemy's
possibility of us missing, it has to be said.
You exploited the enemy's weakness.
And go.
You exploited the enemy's
Here's
weakness.
our chance for an all-out attack! Let me at him!
And we're off. And one more shuffle time, which we have an option of 2. We already have one of these, so we want to make sure we get the other one. There is an upper limit to the number of personas we can have at any one time stored. I think we're allowed 5 at the start of the game. We can get more as we level up. Yeah, fair enough. But there's sort of priority orders, and normally my priority order is normally new personas, experience, weapons, healing if I really want it. And the split up move. We can do this at any time, but normally I won't be. Oh, fine. We will split the party up. Split up.
Everyone.
So now they'll go out individually and try and fight things. It is possible for shadows to attack them while they're doing this.
This looks cool.
And the exits. We found anything else or not? Nope, we've explored everywhere. Come back, Junpei! Rule 1, never split the party. It does kind of follow, but, you know. We'll return to the entrance. And we get a medicine for Junpei. We're never going to use that, by the way. Because shadows will attack individual party members and we have to get to them fast, otherwise they will be knocked out and it's a bit of a pain.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
That was honestly no problem, and I didn't need these two
Well, if
at
you
all.
gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
These two did nothing.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power.
Yes, the power to split up and find a medicine. Your power is amazing, Junpei.
Damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But I'm surprised.
Yes, this is why we need to sleep in class, because
At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
it was fundamentally, there was no need to ever do it. The only time, in fact, actually, the only time that would be relevant is if you were on a clock against death. But since you don't know, since it's a long time to wait for death anyway, it's kind of, even that's a bit of a bad reason for it. Dividing it conquered. And now Fool has leveled up, so now we get even more bonus experience when we make Fool personas. So the other thing we want to do at this point, I think, is save the game, and then we might go and do some... I don't think we can actually... We're allowed to go back. Will he allow us to go back? Ah, alright. This is why we abuse the bathroom and nurse. This is very true. So now we can fuse personas. It's probably not a good idea to do this too much at this point. We have a player level of 3 anyway, so the best we can make is currently Asparus. Yeah, we can't actually make any personas we don't already have because we got an upper limit of our level, which is 3. But we can basically fuse personas and create new ones from them. We can make a priestess, unicorn, but we'll get there when we get there. We don't have enough to really bother with this. The only thing to be noting at this point is how many I'm allowed. I'm allowed 6. Until we get the compendium, we probably don't want to be doing too much with that anyway. I could fuse all 3 of my personas, but, you know, I would then get... I couldn't actually, because it would be a level 11 persona. But in theory, yes, I could. If I was level 11. So, we meet a friendly student. Hello, Kenji.
That concludes the main portion of today's assembly. Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Thank you.
So, she did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You can say that again. There's like some kind of aura around her.
It's an icy aura, from memory.
Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school.
It might result in less shadows for us to kill
However,
at night.
Change cannot occur without sustained effort and an unprecedented level of commitment. That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal. I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions, to imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you.
Probably, well...
That is the key.
Right. Actually, when did you get here? You got here around the time we hit the dark hour. Basically, there's a hidden hour at night. And, yeah, no, it wouldn't help at all.
I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap
In
the
short,
benefits of our
there are basically
education,
2 games
your
going on.
Participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential.
There are basically 2 games. Firstly, there is the social links layer, which is basically everything during the daytime. Then there are... Carry charm for you. Yeah, pretty much, actually. And then there's the Dark Hour, which is all of the dungeon exploring at night. It sort of splits between the 2.
Dang, that was freaking amazing. So, do you have any idea what you just said?
Yep, clearly she is the great communicator, or... yeah, sort of.
Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say. If it was anyone else, we'd be laughing our asses off.
Hold that thought, we'll be doing that tomorrow, I feel. These textbooks, good. I feel tired. Should I close my eyes for a few minutes? No, I'm going to stay awake and listen because I need the knowledge boosts. If I'd have slept, I'd have actually improved my status from... I think I'm sick at this point. It would have gone out. As of today, we can now go and explore the school. And... oh no, we're still good. Darn it, I was hoping we're 6 so we could get some more... oh well, doesn't matter. Right. So now we can explore the facility a little bit. I'm trying to think. He's not here at the moment anyway, is he? There's a particular person I'm looking for, if he's around. Person who encounters us at the start. Let's go to the men's room. We'll be doing this a fair amount, but there are reasons. Our condition has become great. Huzzah, we now have bonuses. I forget what the bonuses actually are, but... yeah, no, I thought I could get courage, but I'm actually sick, which is annoying. I could go to the library and study, but I'm not sure... is there anything I can actually do at this point? Actually, there's one thing I probably want to check. Go to the town map.
Look! It's Akihiko-senpai! Wait for
Fangirls!
Have you noticed how popular Akihiko-san is with the ladies? Man, take a look at that. I didn't used to talk to him much, but
Indeed.
now he's got a good excuse. I know he's the captain of the boxing team, but who would have thought he'd be such a chick magnet? I mean, come on. You don't even see girls flock like that on TV.
We're not seeing it, though.
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
Huh? Who? Us? Hell yeah! What you got in mind?
I want the 2 of you to meet me at Polonia Mall. You know where it is, right? I'll be at the police station.
I think I could have gone to the library and sort of cheesed a couple of bonus points of knowledge.
See you there.
You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
I'm not using an optimization guide or anything for this game, it has to be
These
said.
girls?
But basically, there are very, very narrow routes to get absolutely
I don't
everything
even know their names.
in this
They
game
talk
in
so
one
much they give me a
playthrough.
headache.
Unless you're using a New Game Plus or something like that. It's very, very tricky to do it in one playthrough. But,
Anyway, I'm
you
gonna
know,
head
we'll
out.
get what
Don't
we
keep
feel
me
like.
waiting.
Oh, why can't he be more friendly?
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them. Ah, well, let's go.
And we decide to head over to the mall. Once we actually... I think we do actually have to go there now, which is annoying. But still. Down map. And the mall. We'll be spending most of our nights, in all honesty. So... bulletin board, which we will have to check occasionally. And the police station.
Thank you, sir. Oh, these are the guys I was talking about earlier.
Oh dear,
This is
Commissar,
Officer
indeed.
Kurosawa. He helps keep our squad well equipped. And this is from Ikutsuki-san.
Really? Sweet!
We received 5,000
Can't
yen.
fight empty-handed, so find something you like.
What's the exchange rate on 5,000 yen at the moment, just out of interest?
Officer Kurosawa has connections. But these things still cost money.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
Well, it's not quite Persona time yet. It's currently buy weapons from the cops time.
My job is to maintain peace in this city, regardless of the circumstances. I'm just an ordinary police officer.
And therefore I'm going to sell guns and weapons to kids.
I'm only doing what I think is right.
Possibly better. I mean, the Zimbabwean dollar, I think, traded at, what was it, 100 trillion for 60 cents American? I forget what it actually was at the time. They had to cut it off, but... Anyway, we have 7,000 money. We do want to buy some new weapons. We want to buy a new one for ourselves, at least. And equip that. I am probably, though, not going to buy any others. I want to hold on to my money at this point. 25% discount on Mondays. Excellent, thank you. And thanks for that. $40. Okay, so $40 we have... Well, actually, for half of $40, we've bought an imitation katana. I'll tell you what, $20 for an imitation katana is not bad. Alright. These might actually be useful, but... No, we're a bit pricey at this point. And I don't believe I can actually de-equip the... Jinbei's left. I don't think I can unequip my, my things at this point. No, I'm not allowed to just take it off and sell it, which I will be doing because they're actually useless. What I should do, though, is go back and just sell the thing there. The reason we want to hold on to things like this is that we'll be hitting the arcade machines at night, where possible. It's one of the best ways to try and earn some extra stats here. We also need to do the crane game at some stage. No, because it should tell me what game it is, actually. I think the other thing I need to do... Sorry, I'm now trying to work out what everything I've got to do at this point. Bit of a strip mall at this point, and because there's a vending machine here, I'm sure there is. Okay, we'll buy that because we do need some. We do need some of that. Wild duck burger. Need a bit of courage to eat here. So we're going to spend money increasing our courage, I think. Yep. Wild duck burger. So I don't believe there's any social links we can actually hit at this point. Courage has greatly increased. Oh, get used to this music. Get used to this music. I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of it.
Back.
Wild duck or mystery burger? Wild duck burger. Which is a mystery. So now I'm able to leave at night, and we're going to save the game at this point. Everybody loves the duck mascot at the back, and I love to punch the thing. Somebody beat me to it. Okay. So we're going to go out at night, we're going to head to the mall, and we're going to see what we can do here. We can go and increase our courage by doing that. We can actually go and do some jobs at night, which we will need to do at various points. Increase charm, or I can work part-time. It's Wednesday, so I could work part-time there. That's a little cash. But I think what we're going to do to start with... I've always been eating ducks. Duck pizza. I am the person who eats duck pizza. Okay, so the games are the quiz game. I think we want to do the quiz game because that is intelligence boosting. And that greatly increases my academics, which we need. And that costs 3,000 yen. We're now really low on funds. It's still early. Everybody's hearing strange voices. And since we always have our headphones in, you know, not like I do at this point, I suppose. Yes, we're going to go out and yeah, we're going to go and speak with Kenji, because this will, you know, get us our second social link. Rob the fans. I agree with you. Now, what you say during these social link conversations does matter. I don't think these ones particularly do, but yeah. Yep, $25 for a quiz game. Yeah, we greatly needed that academics boost. And thus, from becoming friends with this person, we have achieved a second social link. The Magician Arcana, which is all of the fire-based ones. For the most part, it has, to be honest. But ramen! And as we become better friends with him, our social link will increase in that area, which is something we're going to have to work on in the future. So, our school evening.
Welcome back.
Okay, we're not going to go to Tartarus tonight, at least. We're going to go and continue raising our stats. I think this time we may have to work... Oh, no, hold on. There we go. Make sure I do the right selections. It will help. I think now we need to go and increase our funds a little here. Ferment coffee. That increases our charm. Oh, I thought there was something else I could do at night. Antiques, pharmacy, power records. And this is the club. We're not allowed in the club, really, but, you know, Junpei's never got in. I think we're just going to have to spend no more of our money here. How much have we got? 740 yen. Whoops, I've kind of overspent here. I might have to go back to Tartarus and just try and pick up some more stuff. Or, let's sell some money. I can't sell items. I can buy items, I'm not allowed to sell them. Oh, which day is your sale day? Saturday is your sale day. Okay. I think we're just going to have to go and increase our charm. My funds are dwindling. I think tomorrow we are probably... Charm has increased. We are probably going to have to go back to Tartarus if only to try and earn myself some cash. It's probably not the optimal play, but we're running out of money to do optimal plays. Oh, we can now join athletics teams. So, good day, Tofu Boy. We are currently in P3P and we're running out of money. It's the laboratory hallway, oddly. Sports clubs and... So, swimming, gym, or field. In fact, I can't remember what gym is. Kendo team. You know what? We're going to join the Kendo club. Because, you know, hitting people with swords is definitely what we want to get into. Yeah, we did see him on the first day, actually. And now we are friends, and therefore we have a new social link, which is strength. Or is it chariot? I forget. No, it's chariot. Yes, we whack things with swords. Beating people over the head with sticks is a great job. I do definitely approve of this job. Look around the corner today. That's Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I think that was. Except when there's events going on, which there are all the time.
Oh, hey!
Yep. They want to go to Tartarus, which is fine, because I'm actually out of money, and therefore going to Tartarus would allow us to go and... Yeah. Right. We shall save up, and then we're heading to Tartarus, I think. I have to talk to you to do it. How's everybody doing? Everybody can go. We're going to Tartarus. Oh yeah, movie theatre. Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I do kind of get what you mean. I mean, the navigation's nice, and I thought it would bother me when I went to playing Persona 4 Golden. But actually, yeah, it kind of does make a lot more sense. But this is what happens when you try and fit a 4 gig game on a DVD onto a probably 1 gig UMD drive thing. Sacrifices have to be made. It's amazing how much they actually got into this game in a lot of ways. So, do we now have the compendium? No. I can fuse personas, but I can't actually store them, which may be a problem later. I might have to keep Orpheus for that reason. So, we are ready. There are barricades, and there are... Oh, actually, he's giving us a lot of stuff. Excellent. Some of that stuff will be useful. A great source of power above us. That's on floor 5, which is the first of the mini-bosses. We do need to progress to a certain point by a particular point, which the game is already telling us. But we'll worry about that later. For the moment... Persona. So we have 3. We have Pixie, which only has 1 ability, which is the minor healing, which Yukari already has. And we have Asparus, which is the ice power. We do want the compendium for reasons and stuff and things. Oh, hold on, no, there was there. And the enemy got an advantage out of it, so Huzzah, we're off to a great start.
Attack. Prepare for battle.
When you crit, it counts the same as if you attack an enemy weakness. We're off to a good start.
Great recovery.
We're now in what the school turns into during the dark hour, which is the hidden hour between midnight and midnight. Good news is everything appears to be weak to fire. Well, this is a... Yeah, the game does this as well. Bonus experience for the wands. Meaning we had a mighty 12 and we had a surge of battle. We now have the ability to create level 4 personas. Right.
Two enemies detected. Strike first.
And because these are magic hands, we already know these are weak to fire. This is another easy win. At some stage, the other 2 will do things. But I can't promise it'll be anytime soon. Okay, so this time we have money or a persona we already have, so we do want the money. These get more challenging as we go up. And huzzah, we've doubled our money! Sorry, we've been told to wait. I can't wait too long because this will summon death. Yes, that's how we summon personas in this game.
Enemies present. Don't get careless.
It's the logic of the game. It's already kind of been established. I can't really go much into that anymore.
Another enemy defeated. Good job. One more.
And one more. Still muted? Oh, you're still muted. Okay, fair enough. Now, we do prefer the weapons because A, we can occasionally use them, and B, practice bow, but they can be sold for a lot more. And Orpheus is leveled up. Now, you'll notice we leveled up at a faster rate than our personas. This is the downside of having... Yes, I've killed death in this game. I did it pretty much end of the game, actually, but I did do it. There's a bonus thing you have to get for that. And Orpheus gives us the Aggie skill card. This allows us to add Aggie onto any persona we choose. Preferably one who's slightly better at magic. Personas do have strengths and weaknesses, which I'm going to now just go through, as he mentioned up here. Orpheus is weak to lightning and dark attacks, but weaknesses on dark and light are especially critical to be aware of, because darkness and light attacks are always instant death. Always. Any persona who is weak to that, you do not want to have around when you see those abilities being used. The lightning one we'll work with. Pixie, for example, has a strength against lightning but no actual weaknesses. This is actually a weakness to an attack type, which is slashing, piercing, and smashing. I think they might have different names, but that's what I'm referring to them as now. Stab! Its death is fun, but it does usually give you some warning. Rarely will they just immediately go after the main character.
Yes, excellent attack. Awesome.
But that's what I'm gonna have. And we have broken cards as well. So eventually we get nothing if we pick that. But as our funds are increasing. And we get loads more money. So huzzah, we can actually go back and do that quiz game for $25 a pop. Which we do need. Academics is everything. I've already found stairs? No, I haven't. We could have our guys split up, but that would be really silly. New enemies at last.
3 enemies present. Don't get careless.
What we're going to do here is take an educated guess. And I'm going to start using ice abilities.
Yes, excellent. One more.
I kind of know this game too well, I feel. They are magic guns, kind
Another
of.
enemy down. There's only one left.
It's never fully explained what they are, but they're not actually technically guns. Of course, this magic only exists during the Dark Hour. So what we want to do here is get the healing, because we need some extra mana points, because we've been using them up quite rapidly. And Yukari's is leveled up and has gained the Patra ability, which is helpful to have. I should also point out, but it's not actually come up yet, I've killed all the enemies myself at this point in the game, but I do not, usually, unless I am really forced to it, put the other characters off of their automatic attacks patterns. I let the AI do what it chooses with the other two characters. This gets me into trouble a lot, but I do it. I was going to explain it when eventually it would come up, but so far there has been absolutely no reason to use them. I should actually check one thing before I go much further. Is the practice bow actually better than what you're using? No, it's the same as what you're using. I would have required to summon personas actually, but okay. So that's the area explored. You've respawned. We'll fight you off.
2 enemies detected.
And now I'm really running out of mana.
One more. Awesome.
And a little more healing. 11 experience and a couple more points back. Unfortunately, we're still probably at a net loss for that. Up to floor 3. Now we'd like to get up to the mini-boss this time. We're probably not going to fight the mini-boss until we go and heal, and we'll see how we feel about that. It's probably a bit on the optimistic side.
3 enemies present. Don't get
Oh,
careless.
I'm out of isoboos. Ah! Alright.
Yes, excellent attack.
1 down. 2 down.
Another enemy down.
And now we're on to other attacks. So I'm going to swap my persona over. Because we at least have a bash ability with this. Which is a percentile based of our actual hit points. And it missed. So now the AI will get to do something. Like use healing.
Can't lose to him. Who's the man?
Apparently, breasticles can be seen. I'll have to check what the actual rating is on this game, but we can now create level 5 personas. What's worse is, those breasticles came from my mind, so who knows. Or it certainly came from the protagonist's mind, at the very least. Okay, another